Yo, yo, yo. Breakfast with Bev, Lazy Sunday edition. No breakfast today because I cooked literally all of the eggs that I had. I cooked last night for the group breakfast with Bev. I'll have to go grocery shopping tomorrow and get me some restock on food. I'm running low on food. The house is a mess. I'm all disorganized. But that's fine. Tomorrow I'm just gonna have a catch-up day. Kind of just clean up everything, get organized. This is sort of the cycle I go through when it comes to burnout, is like after an unproductive streak, eventually I just get tired of it, and I have one day where I just kind of reorganize everything, like clean off my desk. Just somehow the cleanliness of my physical surroundings or my workspace represents like my ability to get things done or my mental state. So like having a day to just clean everything off and organize everything is like, it gets me back on pace, you know? And the next week is going to be bonkers for me. A lot of work coming up. But it was nice to kind of relax this weekend, just take my mind off work and everything and just have friends over and just have a good old time. Oh, and the clicking noise throughout the video is me playing with this little Milwaukee razor blade. You always need a knife on handy in the studio, and so it's always there. So I always end up just playing with that as a little fidget toy. I kind of want to continue on a topic from 2 days ago, I think, that I sort of cut short because on that episode of Breakfast with Bev, the voiceover went out because my phone died, and then the camera died. And so there was like sections where there was audio but no video, and then sections where there was video but no audio. So I kind of want to touch on something that I was talking about in that episode. And it kind of goes with today's idea of cleaning and organizing and just getting everything back on track. I was talking about how good ideas are fairly easy to come by compared to good execution. You can have a lot of good ideas, but you won't have the time or money to execute on all of them well. And my natural tendency is to just kind of write a lot of plans of like, oh, I'm going to do all these things, and then I don't. I'm literally just not able to do all the things of the ideas that I have. And a big thing is learning to kind of cut the chaff and be able to, kill off the ideas that I realistically can't do. And it sucks to admit that I can't do all of them, but that's how it works. And that kind of goes hand in hand with this like burnout recovery phase, like cleaning my physical space, but also to a degree cleaning my mental space of like, hey, what projects, what am I allowing to actually stick around and brew in my thought space? Because it's like I have a job that takes a good amount of mental capacity, since I don't ever get to exactly clock out or clock in, at least the way that I have it set up now. That could change. And then I have videos that I would like to be making some bigger videos for my main channel and such. And then I guess Breakfast with Bev at this point is a little side project as well. And then there's, modding the Tucson, fixing it up like, that's two separate things, I guess. Fixing the Tucson and modding the Tucson. And then there's freelance projects on the side. And on top of all that, there's Copilot. And also helping my friends with projects, whatever they have things going on. And just, fitting in time to hang out with friends or go visit family. It's a lot to balance. And so it's like I have, 4 or 5 or 6 creative projects that are going on, and at some point I kind of just need to figure out, hey, which one of these am I letting fall behind? Because at the moment, Copilot takes the fall for everything, because it's like the largest overarching project. Like I know that Copilot is going to take years, and that's just the nature of doing like a production line product. And my approach in the past has been, okay, I've got 5 or 6 projects going on simultaneously, and just whenever I get burned out or bored of one, then I move to another. And I'm realizing that that's not exactly the best method to do it. It's the easiest method to split up my time, but it's not the best method. What I really should be doing, and what I'm going to make an effort to do, is if everything can't fit in, then some of it's just got to go. So for example, say I decide working on cars. I mean, it's good skills to have, but is it really worth the major time commitment? And if I'm screwing up my car in a way where later on I have to fix it, and it's just adding time commitments. So down the road, that could very well be something that I cut out, where it's like, whatever car I get after the Tucson, I could just be like, all right, I'm going to be more hands off with this one. I'm not going to approach it as a giant project. I'm just going to, work on it when I have to. And these are just examples. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Like, I could decide to just abandon Copilot. I don't think I will, because that's like my main driving force right now. So it's like one of these things, if it doesn't all mesh in to like my week to week schedule, then something's got to go, And so that's kind of the little season I'm in right now, is cleaning, reorganizing in both like a physical studio sense and in life and where my creative efforts are going. And you can't exactly predict how that's going to go. Like, it's possible that the Tucson dies in 2 weeks and that project is over, and then I just buy like a Chevy truck and just, do maintenance on it when I have to. It's possible if I go hardcore on YouTube and something hits the algorithm right, that could be kind of my main thing. It's possible that, I don't know, something happens development-wise with Copilot or with my job, or who knows what I can do now is cut out things that are not worth the brain space immediately. Instead of lying to myself and saying that I can keep up with all these things while having a social life and while visiting my family and while staying good at my job, I have to like figure out what's sticking around and what's not, at least in the day-to-day. So like a legitimate one that could happen is I could be like, okay, Copilot completely out of my mind for the next 6 months. Like, it's not worth it right now. That could be a possibility. Probably Breakfast with Bev will not continue forever. Like I said, I'm going to do it till the end of October as a little experiment, but it's not worth the hour and a half each day. Or maybe it will be. My mind could change later. Like, it's a fun experiment for now, but is it going to be like a part of my day-to-day a year from now? Probably not. And then even like, how do I want to approach YouTube videos on my main channel? Do I want this to be just a hobby, an outlet for whatever I want to make, or do I want to take it seriously as like, hey, let's try to start something here? I don't know. There's a lot of options to go down, but I feel like I'm just telling myself I can keep up with all these different things, but I really can't. And so I'm just kind of half-assing like a bunch of different things instead of really putting my all into something I really enjoy. Having a lot of passions or a lot of hobbies is like, it's cool because there's a lot of routes you can go down, but it's also like hard because you have to at some point pick and choose. So anyway, that's all for today. If I talk any longer, I'll start talking in circles and just keep saying the same stuff. I'll get some eggs tomorrow. Breakfast will be back. I'll be back on the porch. I'll see you tomorrow.